How small cultural rules keep Japan safe. No cameras, no police, still safe. If you walk through a quiet residential street in Japan late at night, many foreigners notice the same thing. It's silent. There are no police sirens, no obvious surveillance, and yet it feels safe. Children walk home alone. Bicycles are left unlocked. Shops sometimes trust customers without supervision. So a simple question appears. How can Japan feel this safe with so little visible control? Nobody starts knowing the rules. First, an important fact. Japanese people are not born knowing how to behave. No one is born understanding how quiet to be, how to line up, or how not to inconvenience others. At the beginning, no one knows. That's why in Japan, behavior is taught by parents, by siblings, by neighbors, by friends. Rules are learned not from books, but from people. Behavior is something shared. One key feature of Japanese society is this. Behavior is not treated as purely personal. If someone makes a mistake, someone corrects them. If someone steps out of line, someone quietly adjusts them back. Not through punishment, not through law, through repetition in everyday life. Over time, people come to share a common sense of how one should act. Once you step outside, you represent your family. For many Japanese people, this idea exists almost unconsciously. Once you step outside your home, you represent your family. If you behave badly, the embarrassment doesn't end with you. It reaches your family, your household, your community. This isn't forced, it's absorbed naturally. So instead of saying high social standards, a more accurate word might be representation, learned from a very young age. This sense doesn't suddenly appear in adulthood. It begins early, in kindergarten. In elementary school, children learn things like be quiet in public, wait your turn, don't cause trouble for others, often without detailed explanations. It simply becomes the normal way things are done. That's why these rules work, even when no one is watching. Abroad, that feeling expands to national representative. When Japanese people go overseas, this awareness often grows stronger. Many feel, consciously or not, I'm being seen as a representative of Japan. This isn't nationalism, it's an extension of daily life. If you already live as a representative of your household, becoming a representative of your country feels natural. So abroad, many Japanese travelers tend to stay calm, follow local rules, avoid unnecessary conflict, not because they were trained for it, but because it's familiar behavior, a realistic factor people often miss. There's also a practical reality. People who can afford to travel overseas frequently usually have a certain level of stability, time, money, mental space, and people with more stability tend to be less aggressive. They're not rushed. They're not desperate. They don't need to dominate a space. As a result, well-mannered people are more likely to travel abroad. This isn't unique to Japan. It's a global pattern. Think about the people you know. Take a moment and think. People who travel internationally often. People used to overseas business trips. People with long-term foreign experience. Many of them share similar traits. Calm, observant, respectful of local customs. That's not coincidence. Why Japan's reputation stays consistent. Japanese tourists are often described as quiet, polite, and orderly. Not because of ethnicity, not because of strict enforcement, but because of overlapping conditions. Being raised as a family representative, learning behavior through shared correction, and having stability before traveling. Together, these create predictable behavior. How this connects to safety. Safety doesn't always come from more control. In societies where behavior standards are shared, conflict decreases. And when conflict decreases, crime tends to follow. This isn't theory, it's an observable outcome over time. Final thought, Japan's safety wasn't created by technology. It was shaped through daily life, taught in families, reinforced in schools, shared in communities, and carried overseas as a sense of representation. If safety depends less on surveillance and more on how behavior is taught, who teaches that in your society? Leave a comment and share your perspective. And if you're interested in the quiet systems that shape how societies actually function, subscribe to Reactor. Sometimes, the strongest structures are the ones you never see.